Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you will subscribe, that you'll like, and you'll share. And don't forget to click on the notification button so whenever I'm doing new videos that you will be alerted onto the as to what I have coming up next. So thank you guys so much. I so appreciate you. All right, so today we're going to talk about the 18-month-old and their milestones. Where should they be in terms of their milestones? And we're going to talk about the 5 developmental areas. So we're going to talk about the social, emotional, cognitive, communication, fine motor skills, and their gross motor skills. So let's focus a little bit now on the social emotional. So where should your child be? 18 months, they should be throwing some tantrums, so that's normal. And they should be afraid of strangers by now. They see someone they don't know, they should cry and just be afraid, right? So that's the age. I know sometimes we're like, don't cry, it's okay, but let them cry. It's okay to cry. You know, that's a part of their development. And they should be a little bit clingy to the caregiver at this time. That's okay. That's where they are. And that's where they should be at this point. They should be pointing to things that they're interested in at this point and explore things alone. They should be doing that at 18 months in terms of their social emotional. So let's just move down to the language and their communication. They should be saying several single words by this time, and they should be pointing to things, shaking their head, no, no, and they should be like, bye, everything is theirs. And they should show someone what they want, point to something that they want at this point, in terms of the language, right? So that's part of the growth and development. And we're going to talk about the cognitive skills, the learning, thinking, problem solving. So they should be saying, they should, at this point, they should know their toothbrush, brush teeth, spoon, telephone, know what ordinary things are. So they should know that by 18 months, pointing to their body parts at this point, scribble on their own at this point, right? And that's okay. And they should be able to follow one-step verbal gestures. For example, sit, sit. They should be able to do that. Sit down. Simple, right? But that's where they should be at that point. In terms of their movement, they should be walking alone, pull toys and walk away, can dress or undress themselves, not fully, but they should at least be able to undress themselves. And your baby will take their clothes off in a minute and just run around just with diapers, and that is okay. They should be able to drink from a cup, and they should be able to eat from a spoon at this point. In terms of they're not at that milestone, you should contact your child's doctor and let them know that you have some concerns about your child, and just always follow that gut instinct to say, this doesn't feel right. Why is my child not saying or doing certain things? It's okay to have those concerns, and you should verbalize it. And if the child have a provider, daycare provider, and they're saying certain things to you, don't feel picked on. It's really important that we have that information so that we're able to help our children better. That means you can seek out some services, that be able to assist the child, because to be honest, most all children are born with some type of disability, whether it's a severe disability, mild disability, whatever that disability may be, they are. And some children, they are able to overcome that on their own, and there are other children that really do need to have services and assistance, like for example, speech therapies and occupational therapists, and it's okay to seek out those services and have your child evaluated as early as possible, as early as a year old, as early as it is necessary, because it's important. The earlier that you receive services for your children, it is going to be the better for the child. I know as parents sometimes we do fall into denial. We don't want to know. We go through those stages, and it's okay too as a parent that you do go through certain stages. But it's better again to get the services. The sooner the better. The sooner the better. I remember my daughter, she wasn't talking or saying mommy, dada. And I was really concerned. At that stage, she should be saying that. And I did reach out to my physician, talk to him about how I felt, and I did seek out some services, and I was able to receive services for her. And she received speech therapy based on the evaluation, and they realized that she does need to have a speech therapy. And I got it, and I was able to take her to her speech therapist. Sometimes she'll come to her house, and I was able to have that service, and she's better off for it today. She's an honor student. She's doing really well. But again, the earlier, the better. Always the earlier, the better. If you're able to seek services, and I know it's hard, based on where you live, and the services that are available to you. And you guys, you're voting. You have elections coming up. Talk to your representative. Let them know we need to have more services in our community for our children. Let them know the services that you need. Advocate for your children. Advocate in terms of, I know we talk about building roads, and we want all these other services, they're really important. So services to have. But just remember, you also have a right to advocate for your children, your community, services in your school. That's really important. One of the big things, what I'm not talking about today, is mental health. That's really important. Sometimes we see children acting out, or, they're misbehaving in school sometimes, and we think it's, they're just being bad. They're not. It's just that they're probably not picking up as fast as the other students, and they're just, they're acting out. But they need our help, and we have to have teachers that be able to recognize that something is a little off, and they're not just being bad, or just don't want to listen, or just don't want to learn. But there are some things that may be happening, and they need some more support than having a classroom of 20-something or 30 children. They may need to be classrooms that are smaller, that they have more individual attention and more support. So those are all the things that I would say for all of us as educators, to advocate for our children, because it is important that we advocate, because they're our future, right? All right, so that's all the tips I have for you today, you guys. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you again next time on the next video. All right, everybody, have a good one. Bye.